I do it for my bros, my fam, my hoes, my fans. Goddamn, I just do it for this whole thing. I do it.
What's up, fellow Rainmakers? Welcome. We are here, Week 14 NFL. Hope Week 13 was good for you. Unfortunately, FanDuel was not a winner for us this week, but DraftKings and Yahoo did well, so we were able to cash those lineups, and we are really looking forward to this week. So let's just move on, get to it. Our next segment is...
You're Dr. Man!
Okay, guys, we have 3 guys on our list this week, okay? And number 1 is Matt Hasselbeck, okay? Dude, come on. We had it set up for you perfectly with Pittsburgh shootout.
They scored their points. You just need to score yours.
Yeah, come on, man. The first fumble to you were right there, and you get a field goal out of it. You know what?
You're dead to me!
And number 2, T.Y. Hilton. Dude, you did nothing, man.
Slow out there.
Maybe it was due to your 40-year-old QB, but still.
You're dead to me!
And the last one, Mr. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Kyle, come on, man. That game was set up too.
Same thing.
Seattle had a big lead, so all you had to do was catch balls.
Throw every down.
Come on, I don't know what happened there, but you know what? You're dead to me!
If there's anyone else you want to call out, feel free to comment below. Or after the weekend, please let us know, and we will try to include them next week. And now, for our outlook for this week, the Week 14 StormWatch.
Okay, guys, we have 5 QBs that we're looking at this week, okay? And again, I'm going to keep telling you guys, we're not here to evaluate the good QBs in a sense, okay? I mean, like last week, someone asked me about Cam. I mean, come on. That's pretty obvious, okay? So, we're just looking at the lower end guys that, you know, you might want to get in there. So, we're looking at Brian Hoyer at 7,000. Great matchup Sunday night against New England. New England gives up tons of points to the QB position, okay? And mainly because New England scores a lot, so, you know, the other side, they have to play catch up. But this week, great matchup.
That should be
Okay.
high scoring Sunday night.
And also,
Hopkins too.
yeah, and also Ryan Tannehill, okay, at 6,900. Man, his value's gone down low, okay. But Monday night, I don't know the last time Miami was on a Monday night, you know.
Yeah. That
It's
could be a
against,
shootout too,
yeah, it's against the Giants.
Eli.
Giants defense is not that great, guys. So 6,900, you know, look at him. And Alex Smith, okay, 6,800. Man, this guy is cheap, and he doesn't turn the ball over, right?
Yeah.
He's playing against San Diego.
He's been doing well lately.
Really well. So he'll probably hit his value at 6,800. And then we got 2 guys at 6,400 that's going up against each other. Okay. Blaine Gabbert and Johnny Manziel. Okay. We're not expecting them to get like 30 points. We don't expect them to throw 5 touchdowns each and all that stuff. Okay. I mean, there's a reason why they're 6,400. But we're just looking at the value aspect of it. You know, if they hit their value and it helps you in the other positions, you could win cash game, okay, or even tournament. You risk them in a tournament lineup and they blow up. I mean, it's gold, okay. So at the running back position, okay, we're looking at Rawls at 7,400. He's a little bit more on the high end for us to consider, but
he's just consistent.
yeah, because he gets the opportunities.
Yes.
They just give him the ball. Is it just me or does he look like a young Marshawn Lynch, right?
Mini beast.
Right? I mean, they give him the ball every time, and it's against Baltimore.
Yeah.
You know, not the greatest offense or the defense. I mean, Jonathan Stewart at 7,200, right? Carolina playing against Atlanta. I mean, Carolina. I mean, they're so hot.
Yeah, they're looking strong, and Atlanta's not looking good. So
No, they're not. So
it'll be a good game.
Yeah.
If
definitely
Carolina blows them out early,
just run the ball.
on the ball, could be a big game for. Could be a big game for Julio. We'll see.
Chris Ivory at 7,100. Okay, going against Tennessee at home. So that's a great matchup. And Mr. Drone, okay, at 6,500 against Cleveland. Remember, Cleveland has really bad rush defense, okay? So look for him at 6,500. And there's these two guys, okay, that's, man, if one of them got hurt, it would be awesome. Right now, Ware and West, right? They're kind of splitting carries right now, but at least Ware's getting the goal line carry. But at 5,800, maybe it's a good risk. I don't know. I mean, last time Ware played against San Diego, he ran for 2 touchdowns because West went out, remember? But hopefully, maybe something happens in the week. We don't know. Maybe they'll say one is definitely going to be a starter. They won't split. If that happens, you have to get one of those guys in there, right? Just watch out for that. And Matt Jones at 5,100, okay, playing against Chicago. That could be a really good sleeper, guys, okay? But the value of the week for us this week, and last week we gave you the value was David Johnson at 59, right? We said he has to be over 50% owned in all the 50-50s, and he was.
Of the week, guys.
Okay. If this guy is not in at least 50% of the lineups in all 50-50s or double ups, something's going wrong. And at 5,900 is David Johnson. Okay? I'm telling you, David Johnson. This week, it has to be TJ Yeldon, guys. Okay? I mean, he's the every down back against Indianapolis. Last time they played against him, last time he played against them, I mean, he had like 20-some carries, okay? He did really well. So look out for Yeldon this week, okay? And at the wide receiver positions, okay, again, we're not going to go over the big name guys. We started AB last week, but we didn't talk about him because kind of obvious, okay? And the week before, we started Odell Beckham, and we didn't talk about him. So we're not going to talk about AJ Green, okay? Because, you know.
Yeah.
But
this is the week to
this
start
is the
him.
week to start him, but we're not going to really talk about him because he's kind of obvious. But we're going to talk about the guys that a little bit under the radar or guys that we're not thinking about, okay? With great value, too. Alshon Jeffrey, 7,500, okay? Going against San Francisco. Or, not San Francisco, I'm sorry, against Washington, okay? I mean, that's a great value. He's still number one. He still gets all the targets. You know, he gets all the receptions. Big receiver. Okay, so also Sammy Watkins. Okay, this is one that's kind of tricky. I know he's been playing really well. But the thing about what we don't like too much for Watkins as a cash game is he doesn't get the
consistent targets.
Yeah, the targets. Like this week, he only got like
3
yeah,
per 100.
Exactly. So that's like, man, I mean, the numbers was good, but he doesn't get the opportunities that much. So in a tournament, I think he would be a good risk. But for a cash game, I don't know. That's just our opinion, okay? But also Danny Amendola, okay? Sunday night against Houston, 7,000. I think that's a great pick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Still had, you said 11 targets last week.
I mean, he gets all the targets still, all the looks. He scored a touchdown, you know? And another guy that's been really, really hot and has a great matchup is Doug Baldwin, okay? You know, I mean, 6,800, you know, that's worth the risk, right? It's been really hot.
Oh, he only had 5 catches.
Yeah,
but
5 catches, but I mean,
gotta go with a hot hand.
yeah. And against Baltimore secondary, right?
Yeah.
People go off against the Baltimore secondary. Also, we have Allen Hurns, guys. He's coming back from his concussion, okay? And his value is at 6,600. That is really, really low. You know, the big reason why Allen Robinson went off is because he's pretty much the only guy, right? But Hurns is back. Remember what Hurns was doing, you know? He was catching pretty much a touchdown a game before he went out, okay? So look for that. And a deep sleeper, okay? He's been coming on, and it's going to be on Monday night, okay? Is Devontae Parker, okay, for Miami, playing against the Giants. So just, you know, if you can, like, try to put him in, like, a tournament lineup, because you're going to have many of those to put in, right? So, Devontae Parker, 5,900, that's great value. And at the tight end position, okay, we're only looking at 2 guys this week, guys. It's Jordan Reed against Chicago, and then Chandler against the Houston Texans, okay? Reed at 5,900 and Chandler at 5,800. Those are the two guys that we're really looking at this week. And the defenses, this week, this is what we feel like. Is this week, last week, man, New England defense, bad, right? This week, we're looking at Denver, Seattle, and Carolina. We feel like this week you have to pretty much pay up for a defense. Because if you look at the list on FanDuel, I mean, the values are like, or the matchups aren't that great, you know? So this week you might have to pay up. But there's one defense that could be a sleeper defense. It's the Green Bay defense at 4,800 against the Cowboys, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
you blow it open and then...
Exactly. I mean, it's still Castle, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
they beat the Redskins, but
you saw how ugly that was.
It was an ugly game.
Yeah. So imagine Green Bay, big possibilities, right? So that might be a good sleeper defense. So yeah, that's it. That's our Week 14 StormWatch, guys. Hopefully, you know.
I think a couple of things I'd like to talk about too is a couple of the games that we think will be high scoring where you want to try to plug in players. So we talked about AJ Green, and you know that Steelers-Bengals game could be high scoring, so you might want to look at players in that game. So another game we're looking at is Tampa Bay and New Orleans Saints. I think that could be high scoring. Of course, like we mentioned before, New England, Houston, Sunday night could be big, and then Monday night, Miami and the Giants could be a shootout too. So we're actually thinking about different lineups and maybe just doing a Sunday only to avoid having to try to plug in too many players for that Monday night game. It could be, pretty tricky. So stay tuned on Friday for our final lineups. So that's it from us. Hope you enjoyed the StormWatch. We know that's a lot of information. We try to give you sleepers so you can plug in your big names into your lineups to help win your cash or GPPs. If you have any questions or comments, please hit us up down below. And as always, please like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, send us those sways. We've been doing really well on NBA, so you gotta get that if you play daily fantasy NBA. One of our followers, D. Thompson, hit us up and said he won $500 the other night, one of our lineups. So congrats to you, and stay tuned, and we will see you Friday.
Okay, guys, we have 3 people on our list. Okay, first one, Masso Hasselback. Masso Hasselback. Masso. His name should be Masso after this. Okay.
Baby, make it rain.